should we do Watch This Jerks?
Sure.
I watch movies.
I see that.
I watched Joyride, which is that, I think, did Seth Rogen produce that comedy? Or I thought he was involved with it somehow, but it's the Asian American adult comedy where.
Yeah, that looked like it was. I thought that was supposed to be pretty funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. It's on Hulu, and we were gonna watch it with Ty, but I checked Common Sense Media just to like see how much sex was in it. And
I'm assuming a lot.
The answer was too much. So, I mean, I'm like, dude, you can watch this on your own, but I think it's going to be awkward if we watch it as a family together.
Isn't that like a thing? It's so weird because we both have children that are around the same age.
Well, we didn't have that technology back in the day.
No.
We just had to fall into it. And then you have all these awkward feelings in the room when there's like titties flapping around on screen and you're sitting there with your family.
Like I have no problem watching an R-rated movie with my child if it's R-rated for like, oh, this is like an adult theme in the sense that
cursing, intravenous drug use,
crime,
gratuitous violence, anything
punishment.
but like people fucking.
Yeah.
Hard, for more than a second. Like 1 second of fucking, you don't even have enough time to get anxious, but like prolonged fucking. Yeah, this had some prolonged, and this is like more comedic prolonged fucking. But definitely, anyway, it was funny. Joyride, I would recommend it. A brief hour and a half, the way we like.
Nice. I'll give that. It's a streaming, isn't it?
Yeah, it's free on Hulu.
Yeah, I may check that out.
We also watched on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we watched Selma, which is on Amazon for free.
So is this also like Joyride?
It's the opposite of Joyride. There's no gratuitous sex. A little.
I'm not taking the show seriously enough.
Anyway, that movie's obviously very good and important.
Yes.
I would recommend that.
Did you watch that with your son?
Yes, of course. That he had to watch.
Okay.
But that's fucking wild that happened and that there's still so much racism in America. America does racism like really well.
I don't know. I saw on the news the other day that there is no racism in America.
Oh. Shit.
So, yeah, I didn't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's important that we, make sure that I saw it on the news, so therefore it has to be.
I felt like there was maybe still some racism.
Nope. Oh, it's all been solved.
Well, in this movie, there's a lot. And yeah, I recommend it. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. What about TV? Mm-hmm. We watched the first episode of True Detective Season 4, Night Country, with Jodie Foster. And I don't know any of the other actors' names in it. But the first episode was very good, very more paranormal-ish than I was expecting. But that's probably like a red herring, I'm thinking. But I think everybody can enjoy a nice dark thriller like this. So, yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. I only watched the first episode. I don't know what.
Yeah.
It was good.
Cool.
Watch it.
Yes, I watched. I finished watching Echo, the MCU show about the character Echo. I actually wound up really liking it. The first episode, I thought I didn't think it was going to be great after the first episode, but I gave it a chance to watch the second. I didn't realize it was only 5 episodes long, and that the longest episode was 39 minutes. So it's pretty brisk. It doesn't overstay its welcome in any episode. So I actually think, Chibi, you may even like it.
No superpowers.
She kinda. Did you watch it, Chip?
I haven't watched it yet, but
yeah.
She's like not sure if she has superpowers, but like it turns out that she has superpowers.
Something like that.
She just like, this is why I'm so strong, because my blood is, I don't know.
Yeah, radioactive.
You're gonna get there.
I was getting there. I was really getting there.
Yeah, you were really getting there. Yes.
I gave up. I figured I was being stupid.
Yeah,
okay.
you were playing like superhero Mad Libs, and it was totally working out for you.
Shit.
No, it's good. It's very interesting. It's different. It's Marvel Spotlight. There's not going to be a lot of MCU stuff this year, so it's really interesting to see if feelings towards the MCU get better by this time next year, because I think, yes, there's definitely that people love to complain about how oversaturated it is. And I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying, okay, whatever. But there's only one MCU movie this year, and that's Deadpool 3, which is not, I don't even know how MCU-y that really is. Yeah, exactly.
Just the right amount. Actually,
they
like
said-
the
they
perfect
said it
amount.
is.
Actually,
It is. Yeah, now it is. Yes, but it wasn't. The first two were not technically. So
Sure.
and it's also a very different movie than the rest
Well,
of the
they brought in
MCU.
all the what Netflix shows into the MCU
Yeah.
now too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
they're
what
right there.
Echo technically brings that in to the fold as being part of the MCU, but they haven't really defined what like they're saying some elements are. So I guess it's whatever they feel
Well,
like.
it shows up in the timeline order on Disney Plus.
Really? That's crazy.
All those Jessica Jones and
That's because they want people
they're
to
all-
watch it.
yeah, they're
Jessica
all
Jones
there.
is on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
What's about
no.
Echo is TVMA. Echo is a
is it?
TVMA show. Yeah.
Oh,
there's
really?
There's some gnarly stuff in there. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it's not for the kids.
Oh, my kids like that. So we'll just have to tell them about what happened because they're interested in Kingpin and
Yeah, no, there's
Echo and everything.
there's a scene where
You don't have to tell me. I trust your judgment.
Yeah, no, that you don't not for the little ones.
We just watched Spider-Man 3.
Oh,
where
that's
we're
a good one.
No, it's not.
I meant for
No,
the kids. It's a good one for the kids. I'm sorry, I'll be clearer.
Even they were like,
Yeah, that's a bummer.
this one.
I know.
I don't know.
The
Yeah.
last phase of Marvel was such a letdown. Did you ever watch Secret Invasion?
Wait, no, like Spider-Man 3. I'm talking about the old Tobey Maguire one.
Oh, I thought you were
Not the
talking
new-
about Doctor Strange one.
No, that's not Spider-Man 3. That's that's Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, sorry.
Spider-Man 3 is the movie we watched.
Gotcha.
With
Evil Peter.
I stand by
Yes.
both statements, but sure.
No, No Way Home is fun, but we have to get to it.
I
right?
thought your kids would like. I'm surprised
No,
the kids
they'll
didn't like
like
No
that
Way
one,
Home.
but we have to force them
Okay.
through
You do? I don't think you
the three
do
old
actually.
ones, and then the two amazing
No,
Spider-Man.
they do not have to. They definitely
That's
do
the
not.
only
need to.
way that they're going to appreciate this.
They could watch the Amazing Spider-Man 1. They should not watch the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think it will depress them.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
They're too happy anyway.
Yeah,
They gotta
fair
get
enough.
a dose of life.
Oh, I did watch something else that's not on the list.
What'd you watch?
I watched the first episode because it premiered last night. My wife and I watched After Midnight, the Taylor Tomlinson talk show, game show thing. Did you ever watch At Midnight when that was on Comedy Central? If you're familiar with that show, they basically rebooted it and rebranded it as After Midnight, and now it's on after Colbert. But we recorded it because we like the old show and we like Taylor Tomlinson. And it's still a funny show. It's basically just her and three other stand-ups riffing for about 45 minutes and making funny jokes about TikTok videos. And if that sounds funny to you, then you're really gonna like it. And if that sounds tedious to you, then you probably won't like it. But we thought it was hysterical, so we laughed out loud a few times.
That's
And
that.
that's on every night now. So
Okay. You watch that with Mrs. Wombat.
yes, we watched that together.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's a two of us show.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch that Dudesy episode that I sent you earlier today?
I didn't get a chance to.
I watched it. So last week we talked about the AI George Carlin thing, and I even put a clip at the end of the show. And so I watched this follow-up episode. So this George Carlin thing comes from this pre-existing podcast. I'm like 98% sure that the whole AI thing behind this podcast and behind the George Carlin thing is bullshit, like we expected, like we suspected rather. They just, the way they talk about it makes it sound like it's just like a bit for the show, like the whole AI aspect of it. So I do think that somebody actually wrote that Carlin thing just to get, and people got so fucking pissed off about it. Holy shit. They got death threats basically.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild.
It doesn't surprise me that people are upset about it. The reason where their mistake was literally branding it as a George Carlin 1 hour special, where they could have branded it as something different.
I think they did that just to get the attention.
Yeah.
Because when you watch the video, it just like repeats over and over again before it starts. This is an AI impression of George Carlin. This is not George Carlin, but they did call it George Carlin.
Yeah, they still called it what they called it, and so that's where they fucked up.
Right.
I mean, they could have released this as a stand-up special and just said like, we fed 1,000 hours of stand-up comedy from the 70s, 80s, and into a supercomputer, and this is what we got, and not used some sort of like a recognizable voice in any way, shape, or form, and called it like the AI comedy special.
They said that other people had done that before, that there were other AI George Carlins, but those didn't really get any attention. But theirs somehow went mainstream. Like it got picked up by a ton of mainstream media. Yeah, pretty much everyone. Mm-hmm. I just think because they wrote it and they made it good. Because they said, they were like, one of the guys was saying, look, anybody could do this. All you have to do is watch all of George Carlin's specials and take, notes on them, maybe in a spreadsheet, and track what categories he likes to talk about and his positions on them and his different styles, and then you'd use this and this to generate images. And I don't know. I'm going with they wrote it, and this whole a big way to make money on Patreon.
There were too many plausible punchlines for it not to have been written.
It's too clever. Too clever.